Good evening and welcome to Tuesday Newsday. My name is Roger Garth. I'm going to be your co-host this evening. And tonight it's just going to be myself and my good friend Simon Kendrick. Say hello, Si.
Evening, guys. Evening, ladies.
Mr. Brooks would normally be with us, but tonight he has to attend an activity play. I think it's his age. He's a little bit slow. He's attending a theatre in Liverpool for a play called The Scouse Nativity. If you ever had the opportunity, it's a very, very funny play. So that's what he's doing. He's off playing. But we're here to work, and we're here to kick the new year off in style for you. So first and foremost, although we said it once before, but let's get it finished for the last time, a happy new year to each and every one of you. We're going to have a slightly different call tonight because basically Simon and myself are going to go through some of the things that you're going to expect to hear over the coming weeks and months, because 2019 is going to be something special for 𝙬𝙀𝙀 in the UK. Last year was sort of learning for us. Simon's been involved a little bit longer than I have. I've now been involved just over 1 year with this business. So we all had to find our feet, and that's exactly what we did. And we all made some money. We got started and we made a little bit, and we had a few hiccups along the way, but we laid the foundations last year. This year, everything is going to take off. And everything is going to start with this Sunday's event. Everything is going to start with the KISS event. And the KISS event is going to be something that no one has seen anything like this in network marketing before. The event is focused on just one thing: putting people into your teams. That's all we've had in mind as we put it together. This is not a rah-rah session. This isn't a feel-good session and come across and say, look at me, I'm wonderful, or we think you're all wonderful. You know, yes, we do think you're all wonderful, but this is about putting money in your pockets. And the way to put money in your pockets is to actually help you to build people into your team. Simon.
Guys, if you're on the call, can you just be a little bit polite? Just mute yourselves while Roger's talking, please. There's some interference coming on. It's not fair on the others who are on the call. You just mute yourself in the bottom left-hand corner or wherever it is on your phone, your laptop. Just mute yourselves, please, guys and ladies.
I'm going to mute everyone, Si.
Yeah.
And as I mute everyone, you need to just unmute yourself. So you keep talking for me whilst I sort that out.
Okay then, so as Roger's just said, 2019 is going to be a big year. Obviously that kicks off with the KISS event on Sunday. You're all well aware of it. I know we've got guys coming in from all over the place. We've got a team coming in from Denmark. Where's our team from Denmark? Give us a wave on the screen. Woo! That's an amazing effort. Well done, well done. And I look forward to seeing you all on Sunday. And like Roger says, I've been to many events. I truly believe in events. Events is where the magic happens for so many different reasons. For your growth personally, for your business growth. You know, you learn from people with a little bit more experience than you, who maybe have more results than you at that time. But you also learn from each other. You build relationships. You build connections. Before the event, in the event break, after the event, when you're socializing, you're talking to each other, you're learning things from different people, and you think, I might try that and it might work in my business, right? So events are special for so many different reasons, and I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Back to you, Rog.
Okay. This one, as I said, the focus is going to be purely on recruiting. So unlike most events that we've put on in the past, this one is an open event. It's open to any prospects that you want to bring in. Bring them across, no charge for bringing your prospects. But I promise you, it's the best possible place where you can bring a prospect to. I remember Simon Brooks and myself, putting a meeting together more than 25 years ago, and it was held at Heathrow. And I had a prospect on the phone who'd flown across from Southern Ireland to come and meet us, excuse me, at our meeting in Heathrow. And 25 years ago, that was a much bigger deal than it is today. EasyJet weren't flying, sorry, Ryanair and EasyJet and the others weren't flying. There were no cheap flights. So it was a big thing for her to come across. But she was interested in the business that Simon and I were promoting at the time. And her husband said to her, whatever Simon and Roger have to say, ignore that. Go to the corners of the room and find all the little groups of people that are unhappy and complaining and listen to what they have to say, and you'll find out what's wrong with it. Well, the power of networking events is that the people who go to events are all positive, happy distributors. So she went to the corners of the room and tried to find people who were negative. Well, the negative people just don't turn up. So consequently, she went home and she said to her husband, I couldn't find anybody that wasn't happy. I'm in. And she was in. And to sign up with, excuse me, this cough's still lingering. To sign up with that company back then, 25 years ago, was £2,600 to get started. And she was in like that and became one of my top distributors. So that's the power of events, because any prospects that you bring along, you can say to them, just go and talk to anybody, whether they're in your upline or not. And they're only going to hear good, solid things that reinforce everything that you say about 𝙀𝙀𝙀. So it's the best place for you to bring a prospect to. And this time, unlike every other one, we're starting with a live version of our usual Wednesday night call. But instead of a prospect coming on the phone, they're actually going to be stood in the room with all the people. If you ever have anyone who thinks that maybe the calls are a bit staged or whatever, because some people, excuse me, some people do get cynical. But if anyone ever says they think things are staged, when they're stood in a room with 40 or 50 other people, the cynicism disappears. And what happens is, at business opportunity meetings, people sign up. That's why back in the day before the internet, that was the only way we built our businesses. We used to have live events every single week, and we brought people to live events every single week. Now, the internet, to some degree, has made things easier for us to get together. No one's had to go out in the cold tonight. No one's had to drive anywhere. No one's had to take any special time out, apart from the length of this call. Back in those days, a business opportunity meeting was your entire night taken up, and you may have had to drive 50 miles or even 100 miles to get to it. Well, Sunday is going to take some time for them, but they're seeing the best possible showcase for the business. Simon Brooks has put something special on the line, and he said that out of his own pocket, he will pay $100 for anyone who brings 3 prospects to the meeting that sign up on the day. And if you've been in this business, whether you've been in for a week, a month, or 6 months, if you haven't got your 3, this Sunday is the best opportunity you're ever going to have of getting your 3. Bring them across and let us do the work. Simon's going to do the presentation. Simon Brooks is going to teach people how to close. He's going to teach people how to handle objections. I'm going to show people how to find new prospects. We're going to tell people, we're not just going to tell people what a great business this is, we're going to tell people and show people how you do it. So it's not just going to be the usual, this is all wonderful and this is what could happen. We're going to tell people step by step what you've got to do. And the deal is, guys, bring your laptops with you. Because when you bring your laptops with you, we're going to set things up for you perfectly for you to be in the best position. It's going to start with a session from Simon Kendrick. And Simon's going to tell you how to set your social media profile. Si, you do your bit.
Yeah, hi guys. So obviously we're talking about the details of the event now. It's going to be a powerful event. We're going to have the atmosphere booming before any of you or any of your prospects walk into that room. They're going to be queuing up thinking, wow, what am I walking into here, right? So, you know, this is something that myself, Roger, and Mr. Brooks have been speaking about for a matter of, a good couple of months now. So make sure, you know, we put on the best event for you. So social media, there's maybe all of you are trying to build your business on social media, but there may be things about Facebook that you don't know. And it's those littlest of things that can make a huge difference, right? So once the business presentation's over, I'll be kicking off the activities with a social media Facebook makeover, understanding the simplicities of the algorithm. I won't be going into it too much. My name's not Fraser Brooks, it's Simon Kendrick, right? But I can show you the basics, especially when it comes to your appearance on Facebook, how you appear to people when you're first connecting. That is critical. You know, first impressions and everything else, you know, your first image, your cover photo. I'll show you how you can create your own cover photo for Facebook, really attractive cover photo for free.
Just going to share for us for a second, Si. I've got to dive in because we want people to understand what we're trying to do here, guys, and we're trying to make you look professional. And I've been prospecting using Facebook for the last few days to try and make sure that everything that we teach you works and tweaks and everything else. But I was looking through and I came across a woman in Manchester. She's not connected with 𝙒𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙀. And to be honest with you, I decided not to send her a message, but I came across this image. This woman's in network marketing, and she put down the company that she's involved with, and then you look at the opening picture, plastered on a screen. New Year's Eve, she's going out to a party. I'd say the woman's in her late 30s, and she was stocky, and I don't want to be personal or rude or anything else. She wasn't slim, svelte, anything else. She was a stocky girl, long blonde hair, wearing a leopard skin sort of crop top and little leopard skin panty, and it wasn't a good picture, guys. It really was not a good picture. And she was getting some horrible comments from people that saw it, calling her very, very unpleasant names. The point is, she was using her Facebook profile as her personal profile. And if that's what you're going to do, then that's fine. Have your personal profile. But if it's your business, understand that people draw judgments on it. And that's really what Simon is going to say to you, because some of the things that, that people do are horrendous. And I've seen people in 𝙒𝙀𝙀𝙀 doing some horrendous things as well. But we're not going to go into it. We're not going to hold up bad examples. What we're trying to do is create good ones.
I can tell you guys now. Obviously, I've been in this business a little bit longer than most, and it might be even from some people on this call right now that I've had people reach out to me who have been following me for a while on social media, and I've been oblivious to it. That's the thing about Facebook. You never know who's watching and when. Does that make sense to everyone? Just give me a nod. You just never know who's watching and when. Your lives, you never know who's watching, because you can actually watch a live without clicking on it. You just turn the volume on, right? Did you know that? You can actually watch a live. So you never really know who's watching you and when. So your image as a professional networker, if everyone here is going to call themselves a professional networker, then surely, we should all have the image to suit that. Would everybody agree? Okay, so that's what I'll be covering at this event anyway. Back to you, Rog.
Yes. Then we're also going to have, we can't have one of these events without having a big name speaker for you. So we're going to have Rick Robry zoom in from the States. Or wherever he is right now. He's in Paris a couple of days ago. I don't know where he is right now. But either way, he's going to join us by Zoom. So we're going to have Rick sharing some things with us. And a lot of you guys have had the opportunity to meet Rick face to face. You're going to bring new people to the events that haven't seen Rick face to face. But those of you who have know just how powerful a speaker Rick is and just how much he can boost your business for you. So we're going to have that coming to you as well as two really, really strong and powerful sessions from Simon Brooks. And you've got to put this into context. People pay hundreds and hundreds of pounds to go to networking events with top name networkers like Fraser Brooks, Simon's son. People pay hundreds of pounds to listen to Simon's son. And you're getting to listen to his father, who taught him for £6. We also have people who pay fortunes to listen to the likes of, I don't know, 𝘼𝙒𝙀𝙎 and everything else. Simon Brooks is a multi-millionaire from network marketing. He's made more than 14 million out of this industry. And he's going to teach you exactly how to do it. And you can bring anyone you know to listen to them free of charge. You have to bring people to this event to get your money's worth out of it. Bring as many people as you can. And what I really, I really dearly hope to see is that we've got standing room only. I would love that so much. And I know that we can all do that between us. Because if we end up with standing room only, it means we're going to take a bigger section next time and a bigger section next time. Excuse me. And the Mercure has, the venue itself, the Mercure Hotel, has room to expand, and it has room for us to grow bigger as well. And that's exactly what we're going to do, what we want to do. We've just seen the news coming over from Paris about the number of people that the French managed to put into one room for one day for Chad Garner and Annette to go across for the launch of 𝑘𝑉𝐴𝐴 France. And they put 2,500 people in the room. And it's a bigger country than we have as well. So those guys will have traveled further because they've got a lot more space to drive to get across there than we have. And when you look at all of that, there is nothing at all that we can't do to match that, or even, no idea where that's coming from. Excuse me. There's nothing that they can do that we can't do. We can match it and we can surpass it. And that's what I think we need to do this year. Because the reality of it is, again, Sam and I have been talking a lot these last few days, and really, we're not thinking big enough. We're really, really not thinking big enough. It's time to take this to a completely different level. Never mind taking this to the next level. We've got to take this like into the stratosphere, and we can do it. And this weekend is going to be the ground, laying the ground for it. So we're going to help you in every which way we can. Simon's going to teach you how to invite people to the calls. When we get started, when we come across, one of the things we're going to ask you to do when you come across, we're going to show you how to put a list together. And we're going to show you how to put together the list that no one wants to make. We call it the chicken list. All the people that you think would be great for your business, but you really don't want to call them because you're intimidated. You're a bit scared to call them. And let's be honest, everyone has a chicken list. So Simon Brooks has said he ain't scared of anybody. And Simon will call your chicken list for you, live, in the event. So bring names of people who you would dearly love to have in your business, but you're just a bit worried about what you're going to say to them because you don't know what to say. And a 31-year veteran, multi-millionaire networker will pick up the phone on your behalf and invite them onto the next call. And he'll do it on loudspeaker so you can hear every word that's said. And I know he's going to make me cringe because I've heard him pitch people. So, but you'll hear every word that he has to say, and no one's ever going to be able to quite copy the way Simon pitches, but you are going to pick up the best advice you'll get in network marketing. I mean, does that sound good, guys? Nods, waves, really, you know, we're going to show you what to do. Once Simon's done that, I'm going to go through some things on social media and I'm going to show you how to find prospects on Facebook. I do it every single day. And I'm going to tell you what to do and what not to do so that you avoid getting the messages from Facebook that I got today that told me I'm doing so much of this, back off, otherwise they'll ban me. So, because I prospect a lot on it, so they told me, slow down a little bit. So I'll tell you how many you can contact before it's too much, so you don't actually get banned from it. But we're going to give you some really useful information, and we're going to give you the scripts that you need and tell you what to say. Now, one of my jobs in my career I have a career of over 40 years in sales and marketing, and for 15 of those 40 years, I owned my own marketing business as a direct marketing copywriter. I wrote copy and people paid me to write their advertisements for them. I'm going to give you these free of charge. So we're going to put them up on screen, let you show them. They're going to be available for you to download as well. But these are adverts that are geared specifically towards recruiting. And I will explain line by line why every single word is in and what it's meant to do and the reaction that it's meant to promote, so that you can get people to listen to the calls, to contact you and to listen to our calls and get them into the business. Excuse me. Now, on top of all of that, as much as it's only a one-day event, it's a bit more than a one-day event, really, because Simon also negotiated an incredible rate with the Mercure. And if you haven't booked a room and you want to stay for the night before, there are still just 1 or 2 rooms left. So if you want to, you need to call the Mercure Hotel, TADOC. So if you Google that, and when you contact them, ask them to book a room. It will cost you £60 for a room for 2 people. So if you don't want to pay £60 yourself and there's someone that you're happy to share with, then it's going to cost you £30 each for breakfast, excuse me, and your accommodation. It's a 4-star hotel. There's a bunch of us going to be there, and the numbers, we're into dozens going to be there now. That are going to be there the day before. So we're going to have a bit of chilling out time in the evening. We can all go have a play in spa, whatever it may be. We're going to shoot some videos that evening as well, because some of the videos that we filmed at the leadership weekend, excuse me, the sound wasn't right for them, and there were a few different things that were wrong. So we're going to redo those videos, and Simon Brooks, Simon Kendrick, and myself are going to get together to put together a short 7-minute intro video that you can send people to get people really, really excited about this business. And again, we're working on the script for that right now to get that nailed down for this weekend. So this weekend is really about foundations for 2019. So we've got so much happening. We've been talking to other top network marketing figures to join us on these calls, and also live at future KISS events as well for trainings. And do we not say? What do you think? He's shaking his head. He's saying, no, we don't say. We got some exciting.
All I will say is that every single one of you would have heard of them. We've already had confirmations, and these are global generic coaches that you all would have heard of who have said yes. So I don't want to tell you now because it sort of spoils the surprise, right? So I'm going to keep you all in suspense.
I like teasing.
Yeah.
But guys, honestly, we've got some big names, and these meetings are just about building your business. They're not about lining other people's pockets. We've kept the price down to the bare minimum that you can possibly get. £6 for this event. If you pay, I'm sure that Simon still has the link up today, and it will probably be up today and tomorrow. So if you still haven't got a ticket yet, and why you wouldn't have one, I don't know, but if you haven't got a ticket yet, today and tomorrow, and probably into Thursday, you can still buy tickets at £6. If you turn up on the day, it will be £10 to get in on the day. And at £10, it will still be the best £10 you've ever spent. But we're trying to keep this as tight as we can to keep the cost down for you. So we're doing most of everything that needs to be done ourselves to keep costs down for you. Yeah, we're not going to put any fancy lightings or anything expensive. This is just going to be content and live, valid, valuable information for you. So we'll keep the cost down, we'll keep the content high and valuable, and we will add people to your business. And as we go on from this weekend, we've got tons more of it coming as well. We're just in the process of having conversations with Joe Martinez, because we do know that Joe Martinez is coming across to Europe again, and he's going to be coming back to the UK. We're just waiting for Joe to confirm dates. Have you heard from him?
Not yet. I think he was in hospital late with his kid last night.
Was he?
That
Okay.
time, yeah. So
right. We have reached out and said to him what dates, Joe, so that we can set up an event for when Joe's coming across, so that we can get Joe to an event for us as well. But we're just doing everything we can to make this a really spectacular time for you. Si, anything else? I've been rabbiting on for nearly half an hour now.
No worries. Just very, very quickly, just for my curiosity, just raise your hand if you're attending the event at the KISS event on Sunday. Okay. Raise your hand if you're bringing prospects. Well done. Okay, so a big effort, and you've still got time to get prospects to that room. It is going to be full of energy. Just one quick one. Your dress code at these events is all about setting impressions, right? Your prospects are going to meet other people's prospects. Other people's prospects may be introduced to you on the day. They may start asking you questions. How did you find it? Why did you join? Your posture, your appearance, your image. You know, it's not just about the company. This is about you and your pride. Your pride in a legitimate professional business, right? Does that make sense to everyone? I know everyone will anyway, but just wanted to throw that out there. But I can't wait. I really can't wait. I'm going to be super hyped on Sunday. Can't wait.
I will be too. And hopefully I won't be coughing quite as much by now. So I think most of us have got over the coughs and colds of the winter by now, but this one's lingering. It's almost gone now, though. So that's it, guys. That's this weekend, and that's what we've got planned. We have the next KISS event already set in place. The date for the following event is going to be the 24th of February. And we're going to be building from there and planning lots and lots of other events, as well as the calls that we have and these calls, to use these calls to get the maximum information that we can out to you and get things going at a crazy, crazy rate. But we're holding a few things back right now this week because we want to have some things to tell you on Sunday. So we want some stuff that can launch with a kick on Sunday.
Yeah. Just one last one from me, Rods, before we go. Sorry, mate. Remember, guys, tomorrow is the opportunity call. Last week, I think we had some of our highest numbers. I think it was 40 odd people on 41. That call. Yeah, that was brilliant. Let's see if we can beat that tomorrow. Let's work together as a team. Because when we work together as a team, like Roger was mentioning earlier with the event, your prospect sees these numbers on that call. It goes well in your favour as well as everybody else's. So not only are you helping yourself, you're helping everybody else. So let's try and get those numbers up tomorrow on the call. And
that
really
was
strong.
That was exactly what I was going to say, because last week's call, 2nd of January, so people were still in holiday mode, and we had 41 people on the call. That was a really, really impressive call. And the atmosphere was good, even with my coughing and spluttering. The atmosphere on the call was good. I'm going to do everything I can to make that call absolutely rock for you guys tomorrow night. The link is already up in the $1 Million Secrets Facebook group. So at the top of the page, the advert is there. I changed the date on it so that advert will stay there permanently. But so you can always find that link in the $1 Million Secrets. But at the same time, Simon will send the link out tomorrow as well. So there's no excuse for saying you haven't got it. But if you want to make a note of it right now, you can go and get it right now and invite as many people as you can. And I promise you, I want to do a call tomorrow that I hope is going to stand up. And instead of recording the call every week and putting the fresh one up every week, I want one really outstanding call that can go on Facebook, and we can get it so that we can send people to it. Excuse me. We can send people to it week in, week out, week in, week out, because I want the number, the count, to get high. We've had people looking, 80, 100 people looking at calls on different weeks, and some weeks we've had 50 people looking at them. But if we get that number into hundreds and thousands of people viewing it, every time your new prospects see a call with hundreds and thousands of people viewing it, it looks more powerful too. So we need the right call. But for that call to be the right call, we need to have the right number of faces on the screen as well. So let's have an improvement on last week's call, and let's have screen after screen full of people. And that's down to you guys bringing your guests on, and we'll do our part as well. Excuse me.
I'll do that call tomorrow if you're still coughing like that.
And I'll do my best to make sure that this doesn't happen. That's it, guys. We're going to wrap up for the moment. The good news is no one can catch the cough on this, can you? Okay, so we're going to wrap up for now. We're going to be with you same time next week. And we have got a guest lined up for next week, but we're not going to tell you who it is. We haven't got 100% confirmation. We're sort of 95% who's certain who it is, but we need to be 100%. So we're going to have a real superstar for you to listen to the same time next week. But tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, bring as many people as you want to. And if you want to invite people right now, as soon as we finish this call, go to $1 Million Secrets. The link's in there. See you all tomorrow, guys.
See you later, guys.
Everybody.